playAstros come alive late to rout Indians 115 after being shut down for the first 7 innings. Houston scores 11 times in the final 2 innings to beat Cleveland 11-2. 1:15, 12:42 a.m. ETCLEVELAND The Houston Astros kicked off a late rally Friday night against relief ace Andrew Miller, then put their entire offensive arsenal on display. Jose Altuve tied it with a 2-run double off Miller in the 8th and then scored the go-ahead run on Marwin Gonzalez's squeeze bunt, and the Astros scored 11 times in the final 2 innings to beat the Cleveland Indians 11-2. Altuve dived across home plate to score on Gonzalez's bunt against Cody Allen, who then loaded the bases and walked in a run. Altuve had been hitless in his last 11 at-bats before the clutch double. "We won the latter half of the game pretty convincingly," Astros manager A.J. Hinch said. "We continued to have good at-bats. If you put up those kind of at-bats against Miller and Allen, that's a good sign." Houston rallied hard for its 5th straight victory, getting 3 runs off Miller, 1-3. The Astros sent 10 men to the plate in the 9th, highlighted by George Springer's 3-run homer. Miller was pulled after allowing Altuve's double, and Gonzalez then laid down a perfect bunt toward the mound off Allen. Allen picked up the ball, but his flip-to-catcher Yan Gomes was too late to get Altuve as he dived across the plate. "Marvin is as good as anybody we have at that play, and we have one of the fastest runners in baseball at third base," Hinch said. Houston has won 13 of 16 and is 4-1 against Cleveland this season. Miller escaped a 7th-inning jam by getting pinch hitter J.D. Davis to hit into a double play with the bases loaded. The left-hander was charged with 3 runs in 2/3 of an inning. Allen loaded the bases and then walked Max Stassi. Miller has struggled since missing 2 weeks with a strained hamstring. Springer led off the 8th with a double and Alex Bregman walked. Both runners scored when Altuve doubled into the left field corner. "I'm definitely not sharp," Miller said. "I wish I had the answers. I think there's flashes of it, but it's been a pretty big grind lately." Joe Smith, 2-1, recorded the final out in the 7th. Corey Kluber and Dallas Keuchel locked up in a battle of Al Cy Young Award winners. Kluber pitched 6 1/3 scoreless innings and Keuchel gave up 2 runs in 6 innings. Kluber was the Cy Young winner in 2014 and last season, while Keuchel won the award in 2015. Cleveland scored in the 3rd on Jose Ramirez's RBI double and again in the 6th on Jason Kipnis' ground ball with the bases loaded. Cleveland's bullpen continued to struggle. A solid outing by Kluber was wasted and even the 2 best relievers struggled in the latest loss. "You're feeling pretty good," manager Terry Francona said. "It's 2-0 and Kluber gets you into the 7th. We got out of that okay. After that, boy, we didn't have an answer of anything." Big night Game 6 of the Eastern Conference playoffs between the Cleveland Cavaliers and Boston Celtics at Quicken Loans Arena, located across the street from Progressive Field, marked the 14th time the teams have played at home the same day since the start of the 2015 NBA playoffs, with the Cavaliers hosting a postseason game. Moving up, Kluber struck out 7 and moved into 3rd place in franchise history, with 1,279 career strikeouts. He trails Hall of Famer Bob Feller, 2,581, and Sam McDowell, 2,159. Streak Scoria set a team record with his 51st consecutive game without an error at shortstop. Roger Metzger played 50 straight games without an error in 1976. Brantley extended his hitting streak to 14 games with a 3rd-inning double. Trainer's room Astros, of Josh Reddick leg infection, remains in Houston. He was placed on the 10-day disabled list Monday. Indians RHP Danny Salazar, sore shoulder, will return to Cleveland next week to be examined by the team's medical staff. The All-Star is in extended spring training in Arizona and hasn't pitched this season. Up next, RHP's Lance McCullers Jr. and Carlos Carrasco meet Saturday in a rematch of a May 20th game in Houston. McCullers held the Indians to one hit over 7 innings and beat the Indians for the first time in his career. Carrasco gave up a 2-run homer to Brian McCann in the 7th inning and got the loss. More AP Baseball. https://appnews.com/tag/MilBaseball